Welcome to lesson 26 of my Erlang tutorial. In this lesson I will show how to implement palindrome algorithm in Erlang to basically check if the word is a palindrome. So first of all, what is palindrome? It is a word, number, phrase or other sequence of characters which reads the same backwards and forwards, such as madame or race car. So this is definition from Wikipedia. Okay, so we have as in this definition examples: madame, race, car. You see both reading forward, madame, and backward, madame. Same for race car, race car. Other example, Anna, or maybe Abba. So these are palindromes. So let's check how it could be implemented in Erlang. So let's start. I will save this and go to Emacs. I will create a palindrome module, palindrome Erl, and let's start. First, of course, I need to define my module, palindrome, and I want to export just one function from it, is palindrome with arity1. So this I will pass here the argument to this function, some string, some sequence, and then the function will return true if the word is palindrome or false otherwise. Let's see. So basically my assumption is as follows. If the word length of the word is 0 characters, then it's a palindrome. This is of course some assumptions I need to make. If it has only one letter, it's also palindrome. For more than for two letters, I will have to do something like true. So I will have to check first letter with second letter, and for more than two letters, I will have to, for example, ABA is also palindrome. I will have to first check first and last, and then strip the string to only to remove this two, first and last, and then only this remaining, only this middle letter will stay. And you see from this rule, I will put some number enumeration here. So empty string, of course, is true. Second rule, single letter is true. Third rule, for two letters, I'm checking first and last. And for more, you see, I will do the following. I want to first check first and last. If these are the same, then I need to check further. So I will be going from both sides, like A and A. Okay, these are the same. If they would not be the same, I already can say, okay, this is not palindrome, and return false. So here there would be example of the word ABC. Of course, I'm comparing A with C, and I see already it's not a palindrome. So after first comparison, I know it's not palindrome. And for maybe this rule 5, for a little bit longer, A, B, C, B, A. So this will be the first. Then I am checking only B, C, B, And as the last part, I'm checking C. I'm comparing first with last in the first in the first invocation. Then I'm comparing first and last, and then I'm checking that okay, I have only one letter, which is palindrome. Another example: A B C D A, or maybe A B. Yeah, good example. Then B in the first invocation, I see it could be palindrome because A and A are the same, but then I have B, C, D. Okay, B is not equal to D, which is false. It's not palindrome. Okay, so let's try to implement this. You will see that the implementation looks quite nice in Erlang of this algorithm. It's a recursive implementation, so it's using also the strength of Erlang. First, maybe let me go here to lesson 26. And let me run Erlang here. And before I will start, I would like to show how to strip or how to remove the first letter and the last letter. So there is in the module string, there is a function slice. Let's say I have some string A, B, C, D, and I want to take only this first letter. So I'll do string slice A, and then 0 because I want to start. I want to start from here. First is the index. Let's say starting from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, and then the length. So I want to strip. I want to take only first letter. You see, it returned me A, right? As I wanted. If I would go with second, I would get B. If I would go with starting from second, but I want two letters, I would get BC, right? So this is the way I will check first letter in the string. And the second, how to check the last letter, I will also use slice to be concise. But here I will do something like this. And you see it returned me the last letter from ABCD string, it returned D. Because I did something like a slice, I want to start from the length of A, which is 4, minus 1, which is 3, and then I want to take one letter. So this will return me exactly last letter in the string. And how to now get the, let's say, this middle part. I was talking about this. We have string ABBA, right? And now I want to take this BB only to check in the further invocations. So for this I will also use slice, and I will type something like I want to start from first character, from the second character, so the index will be 1 from here, right? And I want to go to here. So how to achieve it? I need to do length of A minus 2. Why? Because I want to check what's the length here. Was the overall length of my string? It's 4, but I want to take it. I don't want to take this and this, so it will be minus 2. Okay, let's see. Okay, it returned me B and C. Now, knowing that, we can go to our implementation. So I will start with checking the first letter. I will call my function first character. str is an argument, and I will use what I just described, slice. str and then 0, 1, because I want to take first letter, so index 0, and I want to take only one letter. Next, for my implementation, last character will be required. As I was showing, I need to compare first character with last character, so function last character will be also useful. Here we want to slice like this, length str -1, and I want to take 1 because I want to check what's the length of the string. 5, for example, so I want to take the index 4 and then take only one character. Looks good so far. Now these middle characters I want to have to return for the further check. So I checked, for example, this string, so then I want to check also this string. So this is exactly the middle character. So to get this string, I will call this function. Okay. Again, slice str 1 length of str -2. Okay, so this is exactly, I'm starting from here, and then I want to go like take all the characters without this and this. So starting from here, for example, it's 5 -2, 3. So I'm starting from here, 1, 2, 3. So I get only BCP. Okay, so I have all my helper functions implemented. So now I can implement isPalindrome. isPalindrome, and then I will use some guards to implement this. So first guard will be when length of my, I want to implement these two conditions. So it's either empty or it's a single character. So if length of my string is less than 2, so it's either 0 or 1, then I can return true. If now I would like to implement this case, so my size of my string is 2, and I want to compare only first with last and determine based on this first and last whether it's a palindrome or not. So you see, rule number 2 will be used for sequences where there is there are only like one letter in the last check, and so these are and for situation where we have A B B C B B A. No. Yes, exactly. Here we have 2 characters, so that the rule number 3 will be used as if last check. Okay, so when length of my string is equal to 2, then okay, I did something. Of course, here I made a mistake. So and now what I need to do, I need to compare first character with the second character. If it's AA or if these are equal, then I return true, otherwise I want to return false. So it's enough if I will just write first character of the string equals last character of this string. And the last one will be like this. No guard. I want to write case. Now here you see the length. I'm not checking like really if it's a string and the length could be negative, but for let's say I could also add another check. If it's negative, then I want to raise the error. But for the simplicity, I will just since this on demonstration, I will just keep it like this. But yeah, when I would do real life code, I would probably also have to look at these edge cases, like somebody is passing something which is um, length of it is less than 0, then I would also have to consider. Not sure if this is possible, but at this case, but I would have to probably write also some tests and some condition for it. Okay, so I want to write the case, right? For my case, I want to do something similar to this thing, which I actually could extract to make it reusable. Compare first and last, and this compare first and last to something like this equals last character, right? And here I could write compare first and last str. I extracted it to separate function because I will be also using it here. So compare first and last str, and here I want to off do something like this, that if it's true, so this first is equal to last one, I want to say, okay, first one is equal to last one, so the next step is to check the middle, right? And then do the same here. So this is recursion, and if it's true, then I want to go further. It makes sense to check further, but if I already see like here b is not equal to d, I don't want to even check the last character, because I already at this stage at second check I know this is not palindrome. Let's see. Okay, so for true I want to do something like this. I want to call is palindrome with the result of middle character. So I want to check now the string which is created out of the middle characters of this string, and then do the same to check if it's palindrome. But if it's false, then I know it's false already. Okay, so this is how it works. Now this is actually enough, which we need to check if the string is palindrome. So now we could go here, compile our module, palindrome. Okay, it's compiled with no problem, looks good. And I can invoke is palindrome, and starting from the first case, empty string, right? If you remember, we have here the first case was empty string. We want to check if it will be really true. It's true, looks good. Second thing we need to test is that the single letter will give us true. So if I pass A or B, for example, it's true, right? Because we assume that single letter is also palindrome. Now I want to check if two letters, a string with two letters will be palindrome. So BB, for example, is true, while BA is false. So far looks good. So my last case, so fourth will be to check that both even, the string with even and odd number of characters will work. So let's see, ABA, for example, ABA or Madame. This is palindrome, while, for example, if I would put here C, it's false. So far looks good. Race, car is also palindrome. And now Anna is also palindrome, while, for example, this string is not palindrome. Okay, looks good so far. Maybe one more improvement I could do the import here to show you that I could just import from module. I think this is the syntax is something like this. From module string, I want to import function slice, in my case with arity3. So if I will import it, I'm pretty sure I will be able to write something like this, because I imported this slice function, so I no longer need to explicitly specify the module. Let's see if it will work. See, palindrome. Okay, looks good after this change, and now I can proceed with testing. Okay, so as you can see, this, if you are using something like string or other module, you don't want to refer with the name of this module, you can just import it here in the stop section, and then you can use it. So that's all. I hope you like this lesson. Thank you and have fun with Erlang.